All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the daily update on my 1000 day challenge. This is day 135. So as you can see, a quick update in terms of balance, it has dropped actually quite a bit, and this is actually due to a number of losses that have been taken on the experimental trade setup. You can see the breakdown over here. So similarly, the experimental trade setup is really not doing well right now. So similarly, as you can see on the 4-hour chart, is somewhat like a choppy. So in that respect, I'm saying that potentially because of the choppy price action on the 4-hour chart, it may not be such a good idea to be even entering on a 1-hour chart basis. So that's something I'm still reviewing to understand, is there any way to tweak it, or is there any way to filter this kind of bad trade kind of scenario in a more systematic fashion? Because when it comes to, say, pure price action wise, I still have to do it a very I still have to do my daily analysis, which you can see over here. So price action wise is still doing okay. My main trading setup is definitely still doing okay. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. And in terms of today update, I'm just going to do a very quick one. Let's go over to the chart itself. So even though the weekly has yet to end, let's take a look at potentially what the weekly could form. So weekly wise, we're still potentially forming somewhat like an exhaustion candlestick, which was what similar to what we have the week before, which was more like an indecision candlestick kind of doji pattern. Whereas now potentially if we close right now, it will be somewhat like a exhaustion kind of candlestick, especially as you can see the declining volume. So declining volume speaks to two things. One, it could be exhaustion in terms of people who want to sell and people who want to buy out standing on the sidelines. So things is more or less stabilizing, which is a sign of consolidation. So when it comes to consolidation, we could either consolidate for quite a substantial period, especially if price is very much above this 20 exponential moving average on the weekly chart. There's something to bear in mind. On the daily chart, it does look a little bit more bullish, especially with this bullish engulfing candlestick that was formed yesterday. However, do bear in mind that there is a significant reduced volume that happened with this bullish engulfing candlestick. So I'm less bullish in terms of the near and midterm. But that said, like I say on the 4-hour chart, I still did enter on the long setup based on price action. I mentioned there was 3 factors to it. One, it was basically there was one bullish engulfing candlestick that was formed. And the volume, even though it's not super high than the bearish candlestick, it was actually still near the 20 period moving average on the 4-hour chart. That's one. Secondly, I also see a bullish market structure that broke above this downslope trend line. So that's 2. And yeah, so overall, we are still seeing this here with a low and this with a lower low, and then we get a bullish divergence on the MACD itself. So there's 3 confluence factor that I'm looking at, and which is why I enter in terms of price action over here. This candlestick close, I enter over here, and more importantly, I saw that there was a good setup for risk to reward, and so I entered. You could take 50% profit over there, and then right now you could trail it with the 20 exponential moving average on the 4-hour chart itself. So for me itself, I actually am a little bit more aggressive. I actually am trailing 100% of my profit. So obviously it could go right below and then even take out below this. So I could be taking potentially less than 1:1.5. But I'm a little bit more bullish on the near term. But do bear in mind that over here, there is potential resistance over here. And overall, we do see here high, high, high. So yeah, let's draw back that downslope line.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Okay, so on the upside, even though we got a resistance, we seem to have break this upslope resistance. I'll just remove this because this is no longer valid, especially for slope trend line. I try to delete it as soon as the trend line has been invalidated, because slope trend line is something I generally do not like to use as a preference because it's highly subjective. Whereas in this case, it's still not so subjective because here are all towards the wicks itself. Yeah, so if price could remain over here, or maybe even a force breakdown and then breaks up above, then things are looking good, I would say. So yeah, definitely looks to continue to trail in terms of my full profit. So I haven't taken profit in terms of my main trading account, but otherwise that's more or less about it. And yeah, we hope to see while price close tomorrow morning, especially for CME futures, why they do not trade on Saturday, Sunday. So similarly, there's potentially going to be a huge gap due to the weekend price action itself. Otherwise, that's about it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.